What is happening, guys? Cowboy here, and we are ready to continue. So I really hate that as soon as you hit this area, it's called Cathedral of the Deep. In specific, this first bonfire. I feel like, the area where we're about to go is the actual Cathedral of the Deep. And, up until now, it's just kind of like the graveyard. But from a bonfire perspective, I don't want to, mistitle episodes and get people lost. Anyway, so from the Cleansing Chapel bonfire, just run on along. You may all remember this shortcut. We're gonna run. There's our fun beasties. Just skip right past them. Hit that elevator. Or not elevator, excuse me, stairs. Ladder. God, I am messing up all of my different words. Climb the ladder. And then we're gonna continue on from there. I don't think I run into any more tentacle beasts for a bit, so I'm going to put back on my parry shield, which will help me deal with Little Miss Twin Blades over here. Oh, whatever. Oh my god. Could probably sharpen and heal up, but whatever. She's dead. That's all that really matters. So, from here, you're going to want to have a shield equipped. And up until now, Dark Souls 3 has been kind of mild. Can't open this for now. We're going to end up getting this shortcut a little bit later. But this next area is just riddled, absolutely riddled with ambushes. Tons and tons of ambushes. So, there's an archer guy up there. Now that we've aggroed them, if we actually back up, try not to get hit in the back with a flaming arrow. But if you chill here for a second, that archer should come down. As you can see, they're walking. They're like, where did this guy go? I can't get him. So it just makes your life a lot easier. Force him to come down, and then you can just run on up. Take him out. You do want to be mindful of your Estus here. We got a little ways to go before we're going to reach another shortcut / bonfire. So guy right here. Kill him, but do be cautious. There is this ledge right here, obviously, and you don't want to be, forward advancing with your swings and walk off. So keep that in mind. Those. Kill this good sir. No, there will be none of that today. Now this area has a bunch of enemies that are basically just waiting for a chance to jump on you, and I didn't pick up my damn bolts yet. I really need to get those bolts. See if I can target one and hit him with the throwing knife. There's one. Getting them to drop down will make your life a little bit easier. The one here with the flamberg is just the only one that's a real threat. The other ones can't really do damage, they're rather weak. Flamberg's one, though, he can certainly mess you up. So we're going to go over here and grab this soul, get ready for a little bit of an ambush. Use that as a free opportunity to get some healing. There's our other guy. Now this area, if you have a bow, you can just knock them all out with a bow. Pretty easy to do that. If you don't, just run on down. Take out those archers as fast as you can. Alright, now there's this platform here, and if you run and you jump at just the right time, you'll make it. Now, I'm not entirely sure of the purpose of this, to be completely honest with you. There's the enemy. I guess the whole purpose is to maybe just go up here and kill the potential ambush guys for later. But there's no items up here, which is kind of odd, you know, considering you have to do a jump over a potential death spot to reach it. Get down here. You'd think there'd be some enemies that you could access, or some loot up here, but no, just you know, just some dudes to kill. But either way, removing them will ensure that they don't get involved with this later. So from here, man, we're making really fast progress. Instead of trying to make that jump back, roll down right here. If you aim for this spot right here, you won't lose any damage. And we're going to go over this way, and we have a fatty along with a bunch of guys worshipping her. So we're gonna buff up. Oh, Doris, please stop it. Ah, right, and there we go. And as you just saw right there, I got hit by a white cloud. Now, you'll see those every now and then. That white cloud is basically a charm that's going to prevent you from using Estus. So it won't prevent healing. Like if you were if you have a cleric, you can still heal using spells, but it will prevent all Estus use. It doesn't last for too long, roughly about 30 seconds. But do keep that in mind, you know, especially as a new player to the series, getting hit by one of those. And just to show you, right here, Undead Hunter Charm. So they're mainly intended for PvP. If you have a person who is just, you know, constantly healing and healing and healing, you pop one of those, hit them in the face with it, that stops their healing, and then you beat them down. But from a PvE perspective, it can be quite dangerous. So grab the red bug pellets, slay the ambush. Did I not have a note of that ambush? So, we got this guy next. You can either parry him or just block and take him down. I'm a big fan of the block and kill tactic, which apparently is not working out well at all for me right now. Alright, now this ambush, right here there are going to be 4 enemies in this room. 2 of them will appear pretty much as soon as you even get to the door. The other 2, you have to actually walk into the room for and get them to come down. Oh my god! They actually have a good chance to kill me here. That will not be happening. No. I've gone too long in this series without dying. I sure as hell don't plan on happening now. Since we got 3, there should only be 1 more in here. Yeah, last time... Oh, no, there is 2 still. Huh. I do not remember the 3rd one. I thought it was a 2-2 split. Anyway, now that they're dead, we can grab our soul. And we're almost into the cathedral. A couple more enemies we gotta take out. So these guys are potential suiciders. Last one. If they do suicide, they're kind of dumb. As you can see, that one just got himself killed. Now we have this platform over here. You can use this for plunge attacks against the enemies we're going to take on in a second. But we have to fight 2 dual-wield dancers. And I'm just calling them mini dancers just because they remind me of the dancer, but they're not dancers, so... Come on, ladies. Let's go. Is this one... Are you bugged? That's odd. Oh, there's her friend. Let's kill her sister first. So now we got her attention. We're gonna go, run. If you're quick enough with it. Did she not follow me? Oh, she did. I just wasn't quick enough with it. Ha. Oh my god, and she dodged my plunge. Not today. God, I hate this spot. like I said, probably one of the harder spots for the early game. Probably the hardest spot for the early game, in my experience at least. Like, I've burned through all my Estus already. So, I don't know why she's bugged. She usually isn't bugged. Actually, this is a free opportunity for heals. Poor girl. I like how we're still getting the feedback off the statue. Either way, she's down. So moving on up, a couple basic guys to kill. See there, if they get close enough, they'll jump at you and explode. You can just roll, let them kill themselves though. So going on up, if you are really, and I mean really struggling at this point, we can cut through here and get the first bonfire. We'll kill this guy first. Don't be doing anything. The bonfire is right through here. It's not far at all. That being said, we are going to kill this group over here first. Now this group is a little deceptive because there's not actually a couple extra enemies just kind of show up. But on the note of if you're low enough, one thing I haven't mentioned up until now is you actually have iframes during certain actions. For example, when I just opened that door, I would have been invulnerable to attacks from enemies. So to elaborate on that, yesterday on stream, just because of how I hate this area, my health was extremely low. I had no Estus, and effectively what I ended up doing was just sprinting past all these enemies, got to this door, rolled through the door, and then went straight for the bonfire. So if you are that low, it is a rather risky option, but it is one that you could take. Regardless, I wouldn't feel right without letting you guys know that, so. Okay. Kick your shield, but I guess not. Anyway, get the Ember. This is going much smoother than I expected it to, though, even though I have burned through all my Estus. I do not have fire bombs on. I do have 4. I may have to pick up some more fire bombs, though we could use the charcoal pine as well. So right here you'll see these enemies. And as you can see, they're pretty resilient. They don't take a lot of damage until you throw fire. Fire bombs annihilates these things. Now, they're not a giant threat. There's an item right here, but it is a trap as well. So just run up, grab it, back up. But yeah, they're not a massive threat. They don't do a lot of damage. But you know, regardless, anytime there's an enemy that takes like 8+ attacks to kill, they're usually kind of a nuisance. So it's just something to make mention of. You know, fire bombs will clean them right up. There are going to be packs of them a little bit later in this area that we're going to want those fire bombs for, so just make sure you have enough when we get to them. Now, from here, we don't want to go this way just yet. This is the bonfire shortcut, so we're going to take this down, hit our bonfire, get all of our delicious Estus back. Zaget. Opens the door. And rest up at the bonfire. So real fast, let me just see status. Souls required. Yeah. Once this next area gets pretty long, so we actually are going to go level up real fast. In addition to picking up some more fire bombs, just for good measure, because they will help a lot against the enemies in this upcoming area. Let's see. Yeah, I think this will probably end up being 2 parts. Second part of it being the boss. save those little ones until I have a bunch.
Then hey.
So for those curious about our stats, of course, it's been a while. Still 20 vigor, endurance is up to 20. I want to get that up to 40, but instead I've started to focus on strength. Since my weapon is A scaling, of course, I want to get that up. So coming up, we actually, just looking at my list, I believe we run into large titanite. Yes, we get 2 large titanite really soon. Be able to get our weapon up to +4. Go to her, pick up a bunch of bombs.
Ashen.
Now we have enough bombs for days. Kill all those little blobbers. I think before we wrap this up, we'll probably make it down to the giants. And then I think that would be... Well, there's the rooftop section as well. Well, we'll just see how far we get once we approach that 20-minute mark. I think it'll be right around the time we reach the giants and Kirk. So in terms of important items coming up, though, we have Aldrich's Sapphire, our large Titanite, a Maiden Gear, the Bident, the Drang set, Pale Tongues, which you use to respec, and then our Covenant, which allows us to Covenant where we use the tongues to respec. So yeah, definitely some important stuff. We also have a from a mimic, we get a tome as well, which we can give for more miracles. Anyway, on we go. I keep forgetting I need to level up my dex 1 point so I can try out that giant machete that I picked up. Okay, so before we go out this way, we're going to go down here. Get our deep gem. We have to get past a fatty first. Deep gem. So deep gems function very similar to fire gems. They take your weapon and they split it 50% physical damage, 50% dark damage, but you do lose scaling. Very similar. You might remember the deep battle axe from earlier. So, in this next area, the very first thing we're going to want to do... Come on, Blobby. You're going to want to just run. You're going to want to run as fast as you can to the other side. And that's because of this guy. Now, you see a couple items. This Lloyd's Sword Ring is the only real one of mention that's worth getting. Here comes the giant. Keep running. Oh god, he's so brutal. You can dodge his attacks. It's rather tricky. As you can see, managed to just barely dodge those two. And we're good. Okay. So the other 2 items... Oh, Jesus. Why did you come down after me? The other 2 items up there are exploding bolts and then a thing of souls. But as we went away, you can see now he's back down and he's taking his nap. So this gives us a free window to run over here now. Like how, as I'm saying that, I get hit. We got our exploding bolts. Got the soul. And now we're going to go. But basically, making him go back to sleep, it just buys you a little bit of time. As you can see, now, you know, while we did get hit by him, just that extra time we got from him kind of resting his head, it worked out quite well in our favor. So, we're going to be taking this left path first. A couple of basic enemies we're going to kill here, kind of hanging on the ledge right there. You can see them. Go over here. Oh, come on. Get down. Get our seek guidance. Now we have to go kill a fatty again. Have an ember up here. Fatty killed me so much in the Let's Play series. So right here, this is where those archers were at. That's where the giant's at. roll down, you can run back, whatever you're more comfortable with. Now we're going to be taking the lower path, going to go all the way down first. And it's Mimic time. There's our Deep Braille Divine Tome. Switch up to a parry shield. We have a first encounter with a knight momentarily. I think we got all the little guys, but there might be one more that drops down. Just trying to see if I can bait him out first. No, don't see him. Okay. Alright. So with this knight, you can parry him. That's going to be your best bet. He's getting a good parry on him. He will try and shield bash. So keep an eye out for that. But getting parries is definitely the best way to take these guys down. Following the parry, I would suggest charging an R2. Nope, he got his shield up in time. Alternatively, you can... Oh, I mean, roll backstab always works, but I was going to say you can do the kick, break his shield. He doesn't guard too much, so it's a little bit harder, but it is possible. Now, fair warning for any of those with arachnophobia. Up next, you might want to close your eyes for a minute. We're going to go in here, grab the... What was this? Ember. And then looking up top, Spider Dog! So some clear Bloodborne-ish type beast here. It's not too bad. I wouldn't even go as far as to call it a mini-boss, because, you know, it's already dead. But definitely fucking creepy. And Ulrich his Sapphire. Awesome, awesome ring to pick up. I don't think Flynn's is helping me really at all. It's helping me very, very little. Actually, I'm going to do Lloyd's Sword Ring, just because my health is almost always at full with the sword. But the ring actually pretty good if you get critical attacks a lot. It restores your FP, so definitely something worthwhile. And I'm going to actually take off the Sapphire, and I'll put on Flynn's in place of that. It kind of counteracts to have the Sapphire and Lloyd's, which I didn't even show Lloyd's. Lloyd's is the other ring that we picked up. Boost your attacks when your HP is full, as you can see. Pretty significant, 199 up to 219. So, 20 attack boost. Right. Here we are with the giants. Here's our giant. There's our other giant. Well, he's over there. Over that way. So before we fight them, we're actually going to go get a bonfire real fast. Well, first we'll take out Kirk. Kirk, where you at, buddy? There's Kirk. Okay. We'll wait for Kirk. We'll take him out. Kirk, let me buff my... Oh my god, the little guys get involved too. And it's the Flamberge one. It's like the only little enemy that is actually a threat. Screw it, I'm just gonna beat him into the ground. So the annoying thing about Kirk is as he rolls, he damages you with that armor, which is kind of a nuisance. Oh my god. Oh my god, and Kirk actually killed me. I cannot believe it. Talk about massive fails right there. We are down. We have finally lost our Ember. God, how long has it been without us dying? That's unbelievable. All because I failed to hit my parries. I'm just going to have to practice parrying, like doing nothing but parrying for like 3 days straight. Anyway, Ember. We're wrapping this one up. Next episode, we're going to resume right where we were there. Kill Kirk, get the whole area knocked out, show you the next bonfire shortcut. So either way, guys, a bit of an unfortunate death. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been quite a while. And we will catch up with you guys in the next episode.